Well, Kyle Gibson's struggles continue. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Social Media. Terry Gavin, this afternoon's game between the Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals, as the Phillies lose 7-6 to the Cardinals as they drop the second game of this three-game series, as we have a rubber match tomorrow night on Sunday Night Baseball. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Please share engage bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So Nolan Arenado just continues to murder this Phillies team. I'm just so tired of it. I mean, seriously. I just, I understand. Yes, he's a very, very good third baseman. My goodness gracious, I'm just tired of this guy just hitting all these home runs off of us. Another two today. He hits for the cycle yesterday. It's just like, oh my gosh. Of course, that was pretty much a gift, that single he got. The Matt Freeling at third infield single, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But Kyle Gibson's struggles continue. He allows back to back home runs in the top of the first inning. Four in a row for the St. Louis Cardinals. Four. How? I understand, yes, he settled down a little bit, but this guy is just a joke. Really, this guy is just a joke. Seriously. Pretty much the return you expect, out of Spencer Howard, right? This guy has a near 5 ERA. It sits at 4.91. What a joke he has been as we pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning. Nolan Arenado homers on a line drive to left field. A 2-run shot also scores Paul Goldschmidt. Arenado's 16th of the season, and it's 2-0 St. Louis. So he does it again, right? So as I said, he did hit for the cycle yesterday. Arenado does it to the Phillies again, as that would be his first of the ball game. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Nolan Gorman homers on a fly ball to right center field, his 7th of the season, and it's now 3-0 Cardinals. So buckle up here, right? This is now back-to-back. Kyle Gibson, his stuff is just catching way too much of the plate. Clearly, when we have 4 home runs in a row, something has to be wrong. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Yohan Yepez homers on a fly ball to left field, as it now makes it back-to-back, his 10th of the season, and it's now 4-0 St. Louis. So you thought after that one, you're thinking like, okay, back-to-back. How in the world can they make it 4 in a row? Well, guess what? They make it 4 in a row. My goodness gracious, Dylan Carlson homers on a fly ball to right field, his 5th of the season, and it's now a 5-0 Cardinals lead. 4 home runs in a row. That's just unacceptable. Seriously, just unacceptable. How in the world do you allow that to happen? Seriously, that right there shows you, what kind of guy Kyle Gibson is. This explains why he has these bad innings. Because when his stuff just catches way too much of a plate, he's not the kind of guy that can revert back to something. It just keeps going. I blame him for the loss this afternoon. 6 earned for Kyle Gibson. Yes, I understand Hernan Dominguez allowed that home run to Nolan Arenado in the top of the 9th inning, but, Kyle Gibson was just a huge reason as to why this Phillies team lost this afternoon. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the second inning. Some fundamental baseball after Alec Boehm hits his second triple of the year on that fly ball to right field. The wind really helped that one. Clearly, that ball looked like it was going to be caught for a while. Matt Freeling gets a second base fly the other way to right field, and Alec Boehm scores. Should have been fairly easy, but it really wasn't. Pretty close play at the plate, but Alec Boehm was able to get in there, and the Phillies going to board now a 5-1 ball game. So some fundamental baseball for Matt Freeling, right? He continues to do his job. I love it. Pick it up here in the same inning. Bryson Stott singles on a ground ball the other way to left field. That sneaks in. Odubel Herrera comes around to score. This is how I find a 2 ball game. So this is what I love out of this Phillies offense. They are fighting back. They are fighting back. It's been almost a month since the Phillies fired Joe Girardi, and one thing that has just somehow triggered, ever since his firing is the ability to come back in ball games. The Phillies have just done a wonderful job at showing fight and trying to work their way back in the ball games. I just love it. So we've definitely seen a lot of that. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Matt Freeling does it again. It's another sacrifice fly out to center field, and JT Muto comes around to score, and it's now a 5-3 ball game. So this is what this team has to do. Fundamental baseball. So it's not that hard. I mean, you clearly see it right there. It's 2 fly balls that are deep enough to score. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Junior Munoz doubles on the line, drive to center field. Alec Bowman and Abdul Herrera come around to score. As the Phillies now tying at 5. And Junior Munoz with 2 doubles this afternoon. So huge game-tying 2 RBI double. I mean, this guy continues to impress. I mean, he's going against his former squad, right? He did play with the Cardinals and Red Sox. So he's going against a team that he was once a member of. So he's doing some damage, right? I mean, we work our way back from a 5-0 deficit to even up the score. So that's what I'm talking about. Showing fight. We're staying in the ball game. This offense is just so hot and cold, but I love it, man. I mean, you're really down yourself. I mean, you allow 4 home runs in a row in the top of the first inning. Now you work all the way back and tie the ball game. I mean, I just love it. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 5th inning. Lars Nootbaar walks, and Paul Goldschmidt comes around to score as the Cardinals now retail lead. Now it's 6-5 ball game. And who else? Corey Knebel. I mean, very fitting. Mr. $10 million man, Corey Knebel, walking in and run with the bases loaded. I mean, I talk about it every single time it happens. It seems like, quite frequently. I mean, like, oh my gosh, like how many times Corey Knebel walked away with no earned, but I mean, still, he was the one that walked Nootbaar. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, and you cannot walk in and run with the bases loaded. You just can't. Unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. So, of course, he does it. Then we pick it up here. Out of the 6th inning, Nick Castellanos singles on a ground ball to left field. Bryson Stott comes around to score as the Phillies now tied again at 6. So Nick Castellanos, I mean, with a huge hit right there. I mean, wow. This is a guy that's just been awful in general over the past month, but especially with runners in scoring position. The numbers with runners in scoring position have been bad for Nick Castellanos, but he collects a big hit right there to tie the game at 6. So another clutch hit for this Phillies offense. Do we pick it up here in the top of the 9th inning? Nolan Arenado homers on a fly ball to left field. 17 of the season, 2nd of the ball game. And it's now 7-6 St. Louis. And, as I said, I mean, this guy is just like taking the heart out of this Phillies team. And it's, my gosh, it's just annoying. It's very, very annoying. He always has. He's always killed this team. I just don't understand. It seems like a lot of former and current Colorado Rockies players love to hurt this Phillies team. I mean, Charlie Blackmon, Nolan Arenado, something about it, man. It's just weird, right? It's just very weird. I mean, what a series he has had. Unfortunately, I hate to see this because I'm not a fan of this guy. I mean, this is a guy that just always causing trouble. Always, he's just a punk. Nolan Arenado is just a punk. I never liked the guy. I don't really say that about a lot of people. I will stand here. Definitely one of my least favorite players in the game, right? I mean, always, getting in brawls, yelling at people, always trying to start trouble. And I'm not a fan of the New York Mets. I'm not. You guys know how much I hate the New York Mets. But, I mean, that was not the Mets' fault what happened earlier this year. I think we all remember how he was causing trouble with the Mets and everything. Just mind your own business, man. Mind your own business. He's always causing trouble. So that would be your final 7-6 Cardinals as they take the second game of this 3-game series. Kyle Schwarber out of the playoffs, going down strikes 4 times. I mean, he was given the June NL Player of the Month award, so congratulations to Kyle Schwarber, 12 home runs. And above 1,000 OPS for Schwarbs at 217 average now after his really just abysmal performance this afternoon. I hate to see that, man. I mean, doesn't even manage to collect a walk. Of course, in the month of June, he had the highest on base streak at 31 games, and that was the highest it's been since Chase Utley in 06. This guy had a killer month of June. Rhys Hoskins 1 knock, also drawing a walk. So average still sits at 253. And Nick Castellanos 2 knocks this afternoon. The game time RBI single to left field. I love to see that, man. I mean, a huge clutch hit, right? A huge clutch hit in a big spot. So that is exactly what was needed right there in that situation. So I love to see it. And JT Mucho gets to start out of the cleanup spot. Why in the world are we batting JT Mucho cleanup? But was able to collect the knock this afternoon, also scoring one of the Phillies' 6 runs. And Alapum 2 knocks this afternoon. He's starting to pick it up. Average now climbs to 265. Second triple of the year on that fly ball to right field. A 662 OPS. It's quietly getting higher. So I love to see that, man. I mean, hopefully he could keep that up. And Matt Feeling hitless this afternoon, but he was able to collect 2 sac flies, draw 2 walks. That's all we need. That is all we need. A very, very productive day out of Matt Feeling. I mean, huge. I mean, he continues to come up, big for this Phillies team. And Abdul Herrera 3 knocks today. I mean, running out that ground ball, man, for an infield single. I mean, that is what you have to do. I mean, play the game hard, hustle. And we've seen this in years past where he hasn't hustled, but he hustled today. It's certainly a good day for for El Torito. Also scoring 2 of the Phillies, 6 runs. It works his average now up to 242. And Yadier Munoz, 2 knocks this afternoon to 2 doubles. One of them being a huge, 2 RBI double to tie the game at 5 at that point. So Yadier Munoz continues to impress for this Phillies team. And Derek Hall, who did not start this ball game, came off the bench to pinch it, and unfortunately he went hitless. And Mickey Moniak, who did not get an at-bat, did see some time in center field this afternoon in today's ball game at the very end. And Bryson Stott, 1 knock on that RBI single. He also was able to draw a walk. So average now climbs up to 188. I mean, it's slowly but surely. I talk about it, almost every single video. It's slowly but surely getting up there. I think he just needs to set goals for himself. I mean, you got to say to yourself, in a week from now, I need to be hitting at least 200. And then you say, a week from now I want to be hitting 215. I mean, you just got to keep slowly but surely working your way up. You're not going to look at it as, one big thing. You take it one day at a time. I think that's what Bryson Stott has to do. And, I know he's working with Kevin Long. Kyle Gibson start 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs. All 6 were earned. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. I mean, big thumbs down, right? Big thumbs down. A 4.91 ERA. As I said, I mean, it's just below the 5 mark. I mean, just seriously. I mean, I just think that first inning was just such a testament. And it just was just so eye-opening to me about what has gone wrong for him this season. I mean, these hitting these weird walls, like in these innings, it's like not even to get out of it. I mean, he doesn't have the stuff to kind of revert back to get himself out of trouble to stop the bleeding. He doesn't know the first thing about stopping bleeding. I mean, he just doesn't. I mean, it's like he steps in quicksand, that's it. It's game over. I mean, he just can't get out of it. It's like steps in gum. He just can't get off his shoe. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just like, I never really seen anything like it. It's just so weird. How in the world do you allow 4 home runs in a row off of you? 4 in a row. 4. I mean, even after the third, you're thinking they're not going to do it again. They do it again. It's like, I don't understand it. I mean, how many times do you need to keep leaving your stuff in the middle part of the plate? It goes back to my point. He doesn't have a pitch to really revert back to say, okay, I know I could hit my spot on this one. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I have to think it's a mental thing. Corey Knebel, 1 inning this afternoon, as I did inherit the bases loaded. Of course, he did walk in a run, which I'm not very fond of. As I said, I mean, that run was charged to Kyle Gibson, rightfully so. Andrew Bellotti continues to impress. Another solid inning this afternoon, also striking out 1. I mean, leads the Phillies in strikeout percentage, a 3.38 ERA. And Jose Alvarado did his job this afternoon, striking out 2. Lowers his ERA now down to 5.40. Right hand, 2 thirds of an inning, also walking 1, but he still did his job pretty well. And Sandy Dominguez, an inning and a third, he gets back with a loss. And of course, he did allow the home run Arenado to see him. He also struck out 2. Just don't blame this on Dominguez. I'm sorry. I just don't. I understand that, I wasn't really happy with, what he did, of course. But, Arenado has just been red hot in this series. I mean, this loss is on Kyle Gibson. If that first inning wouldn't have happened for the St. Louis Cardinals, we would have won very, very comfortably today. I mean, I think that goes without saying, of course. How about that? I mean, how about that? And, I understand Paul Goldschmidt has definitely been, active in this series on the base pass, but he really hasn't, done, a wonderful, you know what I mean? It's just been guys like Nolan Arenado have really stepped up for the St. Louis Cardinals team. So now we are on Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow night, 7:08. And of course, as always is on Sunday Night Baseball, ESPN, Adam Wainwright, 6-5 with a 3.07 ERA going against Zach Wheeler, 6-4 with a 2.89 ERA. His last 2 starts, have been, quote, shaky, by the national media. I think it was shaky. He struck out 16 in total over his last 2 starts, 8 in each. But apparently that's shaky. That's shaky. I do believe the start in Texas was a little iffy, but, he's still been very, very soft for this Phillies team. How in the world can you expect him to go out there every single start and just be dominant? I mean, if that's an off start for Zach Wheeler, then, that's pretty darn good. So, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Hanson Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Beyond Stove Media. Call or text 267-225-5092. Email me, phillieshansonmedia@gmail.com. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phillies. See you guys.